Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess we could do that, huh? Apparently, you can run a video before you're. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day, don't you? 8:21 Central Time, United States of America. St. Louis, Missouri. Hello. Ah, good morning. Guten Tag. Guten Morgen. How's it going? You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? Just drinking coffee this morning and trying to wake up. I know. I know. It's not quite MGTOW outlaw late, but you know what I'm saying. Oh my God, I have so many things to do. I've got dishes and laundry, and I gotta cook. And oh my God. And Brandon Trueblood is in the building. I know you called last night, sir. I was sleeping and I had my ringer off, so I didn't hear it. Sorry. Sorry, Mr. Brandon. You gonna drive today? Come on now. Come on now. Everybody loves your show, man. We like to see you drive. Results oriented in the building. Hello. Good morning. I bought some real coffee yesterday. I hate to say it, but Starbucks is actually pretty good. I like it. You're coming to St. Louis. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Oh, God. You're coming to St. Louis. Why? Why? Well, we can talk about it. Scharzenabel. Guten Tag. Guten Morgen. Ja. Jawohl, Herr Kommandant. So, what is it? The 16th of March already. Fucking A. And you know what's coming up in just a few short weeks? Billy Von Bob.
Dr. Ginger Hamster.
The cutest hamster you'll ever see, right there. That's right. Somebody said, hey, hamster. It looks like the hamster is saying, what the fudge? It's like, yep. You know why? This here's Father Saunders. We're going to be coming to St. Louis looking for that corn.
Eric Zombro.
The chess smacker. Who's going to be cooking dinner for us? He's going to be making Italian stuff.
Brandon Trueblood.
Our favorite truck driving piggy. Oink.
Mouth agape.
Hey. Look at that. He's bigger than the St. Louis Arch in some ways. Well,
Scotty Side.
From Portland. Oh my God.
Captain Rusty River.
Har, Captain. Let's go down to Dauphin Island. Har. This here's Colonel Saunders or Rusty. I got corn cobs down there at Dauphin Island. Oh my God. Yeah.
Father Saunders.
There he is, the man of the hour. The corncob pipe and a button nose. Two eyes made out of coal. Oh, man. Coming in from Nebraska, it's Cornholio.
They're meeting up in the St. Louis area, and
yes,
they want
sir.
you to join. More details in the description.
Billy Von Baum does a great job. Look that up. Just Billy Von Baum shorts, and you'll find that beautiful thingy that he has right there. All right, so let's do a quick video with Ace Nate. We're going to share this tab. We're going to blow it up. Got ourselves here an ungrateful woman. Yeah, stop it. Ian Blades is in the building. Hello. You guys up early? Well, it's minus 4 hours until MGTOW Outlaw gets up. So I thought we'd do a little. Sam Fisher also in the building. Hello. Call me you fuck. Well, I can't. Okay, you fuck, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, you fuck. I'll call you or send you a text or something. I also noticed I have a full stock of beer in the fridge. I got like half a case of beer in there. So, oh my God. So what do you think of breakfast tomorrow, Brandon, or what's your plan here? We can talk about it. All right, Ace Nate, link in the description. Far From Eden's link as well. She did this video, and I thought it was interesting. So let's listen to this whinging virago and see why she hates men and shit.
I was with my best friend from 19 to 26 years old.
Best friend with Benny's. Got it. Okay. 19 to 26. That's kind of an interesting time in your life, isn't it?
God was my fucking everything. Okay.
He was my fucking everything.
Story that he would tell everybody when they would ask what kind of person I am. We've been
Ooh. You mean this is the story that he told you that he told other people, right?
together for like 2.5 years at this point, maybe 2 years, and
Okay.
he got signed to Universal Music. An amazing.
So he got a gig at Universal Music. Excellent.
We've been together for like 2.5 years at this point, maybe 2 years, and he got signed to Universal Music. An amazing producer.
Well, cool. Yeah, and you've done what with your life at that point? Nothing. You're barely 21. You're just a child girlfriend. So tell us how he sucks.
Artist.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And he was living
Yeah.
in Vegas, and I showed up at his place in Vegas for the first time since he had moved there.
Yeah.
And this man was sleeping on a blow-up mattress, and I.
Yeah. I she's going to make a big point of this. The guy's sleeping on a mattress, blow-up mattress on the. So what? What more do you need? A place to sleep, a roof over your head, maybe a video game, and some food in the freezer or in the fridge, and some beer. Men are simple. We are much simpler than women give us credit for. It's like, well, I don't need all this fancy bullshit. I don't need pictures on the wall. I mean, all that's nice and everything, but I don't need it right now. I'm early in my career. Now, she says he was signed to Universal Music. I'm sure she doesn't realize that people who are in the music industry, they don't make a lot of money right away, right? They're probably gophers. They're shuffling papers or something or whatever, right? They're gophers, but maybe not. Maybe in his case, excuse me, things worked out great. Maybe he immediately got a producing deal. Doubt it, but it has happened. Zealot Master is here. Pokemon Smasher. She's skirting around the question because she knows she brings. Yeah. Well, all right. Go ahead.
Yes, for the first time since he had moved there.
So he was in Las Vegas and he had an apartment, so he wasn't homeless. He had a place to live, and he was sleeping on a blow-up mattress on the floor. So what?
And this man was sleeping on a blow-up mattress, and I was like, there is no way that the man that I love is going to sleep on a blow-up mattress. I had no.
Why not? Why not? Did it somehow affect you? Were you sleeping on the blow-up mattress? Maybe once in a while, but so what?
Job at this point, I had just moved to the U.S., was getting my
I believe she's Canadian.
green card. I couldn't work. With the little money that I did have, I went and I bought him a mattress and put it in the back of my Passat. Bought him a mattress and put it in the back of my Passat. Went and I bought him a mattress and put it in the back of my Passat.
Things that never happened. You can't get a full-size mattress in a freaking Passat. Doesn't work that way. Sorry. I don't know who she's trying to fucking fool here. In my Passat, my ass, you could not get a mattress in a Passat. Although it is bigger than a Jetta, so maybe, but I don't know. Maybe put it in the trunk and leave it hanging out the back of the car. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work to, what year are we living in? You could have just had it delivered, right? Where did you get the mattress? Down at the secondhand shop? I mean, have Amazon deliver mattress if you have all this money running around. Yeah. Passat is German for ridgeline. Well, sure. It's a truck, just like a truck. Almost. It's just damn near like a truck. Yep, that's what it means in German. Yeah, she needs the Krankenwagen. If you believe that story. Okay, guys.
Okay, and then proceeded to carry that mattress up 3 flights of stairs at like 9 o'clock in the morning in the scorching Vegas heat.
Okay, so you gotta. Let's assume it's a twin. Let's give her a little, maybe. Okay, a twin mattress, maybe a single. Maybe you could squeeze it. If it's not a box spring, you might be able to fold it. Okay, maybe it happened. Okay, so she carries her single mattress all the way up 3 flights of stairs. Okay, go on.
In there, I'm like panting, sweating, dying because that's what you do when you love somebody. That's the kind of person that I am in a relationship. I will give 100% of myself and the last bit of energy that I have because I love you.
Because I love you. I love you.
And the last bit of energy that I have because I love you.
Well, that would be nice, but of course, there's a bunch of caveats involved in that. Anyone, any idea what those caveats might be? Oh, tall, good looking, and signed to $1 million contract at Universal Music. Other than that, no, it doesn't matter. He was great. Morning, gentlemen from Who 346. Good morning. Pokemon Smasher, dying. What do you do when you love somebody? Well, you somehow fit a mattress in the back of your Passat. Oh, it's probably got a different name in Europe, Ian. It's the slightly bigger Volkswagen car. We call it a Jetta over here. I'm not sure what you guys call it, but it's like a mid-size Volkswagen 4-door car. Not a very big car, not a pickup truck. Nothing you can really haul anything around in, but maybe she squeezed in a full-size mattress in the backseat. Who knows?
That is what a woman does. Yeah, we can talk about how I cooked and cleaned for him and helped him with his business and helped him become a fucking millionaire. And now
you did. Well, that's great. What did you do?
now he lives in a nice penthouse fucking apartment in Vancouver.
And he dumped your ass at the moment. I would guess. That's probably what happened.
I don't need to talk about that because I know what kind of woman I am when I show up in a
I mean, she might be a nice woman. We don't know. We don't know. But chances are, what I always read, yeah, Jack and Rose wouldn't let him in on the ride. Yeah, annoyed him every second, every minute. Probably, again, who knows? I mean, not all of these modern women are CUNTS. Yeah, you know what I mean. She might be one of the good ones. Who knows?
Relationship. You want to know what ruined that relationship? We were long distance for a period of time.
Long distance. So we already know this guy's a Chad bro, right? Ain't no long distance unless he's packing. You know what I'm saying? He's got all the 666s. He's got everything, right? He just didn't have money at the time, and he got signed to a contract with the music company, and he's a music producer, and he eventually hit it big.
I went during the pandemic, and I was staying with him in Vancouver, and something changed. And you want to know what changed?
Tell us, dear, what changed? Go on.
He started watching podcasts like Fresh and Fit.
Oh, boo, boo. Oh, those evil men. Oh, my God. Misogyny. They're Nazis. They're all kinds of shit.
I started listening to content about MGTOW, and that man changed. And I would sit across from him and not understand the person that I was seeing. I felt like I was waking up to somebody that I did not know.
No, he was waking up to someone he did not know. That's what the red pill does for you, sweetie. You see, for thousands of years, men have been told the same shit. Same shit. And for the most part, things worked okay until women started getting uppity with their feminism and shit back in the late 1800s. Now, is it a coincidence that all this shit started when the Industrial Revolution was taking over? Is there a coincidence? It just happened to be the same time frame? I want to work just like men do. Convenient. Convenient they weren't screaming about that when a man's work was to go out and get some horses and plow fields and pick rocks out of those fields and plant those fields, chop wood for the winter, dig wells, all of that happy shit. They weren't clamoring to get out there and do that, were they? Now, they were working, no question about that. They were doing house stuff. They were taking care of the animals. They were taking care of the vegetable garden, taking care of the children, milking the cows, doing all that stuff. So they were working. I'm not saying they weren't. I'm just saying they wanted to get out of that situation only after work became relatively safe, clean, and indoors. Now, another aspect of fembodism is it went to remove, it removed all expectations, societal expectations on women. All right? Women can do, you go girl, do anything you want. You're strong, powerful, you go girl. You're still a victim, however, as we have found out in 2025. But for men, we had to keep the same deal. We were the ones to go and fight for war. We were the ones to do this. We were the ones to do that. Alimony, all of these things. Women can go out and have all the sex they want, but if men do it, they're evil, misogynist bastards and players and evil, blah, 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 blah. But if women do it, it's perfectly healthy. It's good. She's finding herself. Well, about 20 years ago or so, men started waking up and saying, hold on a minute now. Why am I being held to the same standards that men have been held for thousands of years? The support, provider, protector role, blah, blah, blah. But women don't have the same expectations that they used to have. They've got all these different things, and we're supposed to be the same. Excuse me, what? No, that doesn't sound fair, does it? Doesn't sound equal. Doesn't even sound realistic, does it? But there we are. About 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Now, the fembots have been screaming, bitching, and moaning for over a century. We all know that, right? Yes. But even the most ardent fembot, if they really are honest with themselves, in 2025, there's nothing left to complain about. You got everything you wanted and more, and they're still out there complaining like it's 1875. Dear God in heaven. It's fucking funny. It's just, it's utterly ridiculous. And frankly, that's why I'm getting somewhat tired of even talking about the fembots. I mean, they're crazy people. They're not even worth discussing anymore, except to make fun of. What are you saying? Women are oppressed in the West. Are you out of your fucking mind? Come on now. Go on.
I am qualified to talk about this shit. I am qualified to understand the repercussions that red pill content have on men, because the person that I wanted to spend my life with, the person I was in love with,
the person I wanted, well, apparently he didn't. You do realize, sweetheart, that men also have a choice?
I am qualified to understand the repercussions that red pill content have on men, because the person that I wanted to spend my life with,
I wanted. Me, always. I didn't get something I wanted, and then it's got to be the red pill MGTOW. Maybe. Or maybe you're just a big piece of crap. We don't know.
the person I was in love with, the person I wanted to fucking marry.
I wanted to fucking marry. Lovely.
Changed overnight because of the content.
Yes. Somebody awakened the man and said, hey, wait a minute. You know about this stuff, right? And he might be saying, women are oppressed. And I'm sure he heard it from his mama. Heard it from his auntie, his grandma. Oh, those women, those poor women. Oh my, we got to do more. We got to do more to lift them up because they're so oppressed in the West. And then you start watching Fresh and Fit, I guess maybe not so much red pill, but Jordan Peterson and Kevin Samuels and all this. These women are disgusting. The modern woman is disgusting. They want to behave like the scummiest of scummy men. The hoes, the male hoes out there, breaking hearts, breaking hymens and shit by the hundreds, and have no repercussions for that. Nothing, no consequence. Well, it doesn't work that way. Sorry.
So the way she speaks about red pill content for men is as if it's super toxic to the man itself consuming it.
Yeah, that's well, of course it is in her eyes, Ace, is because it opened her boyfriend's eyes to the reality of the situation. And again, maybe she is not a garden tool for the street. She's a runner. She's a track star. Maybe she's not like that. Maybe she's genuinely a decent woman, and this guy broke her heart and after over. Who knows? But she's certainly got a potty mouth, doesn't she?
And not actually a problem for the women. So she kind of frames it, at least that's how I took it at the end there, was like, this is how bad and this is how toxic red pill content is for men.
Because I didn't get what I wanted. Yes. In her mind, it is very toxic because it took away from her what she wanted, what she deserved. She's right about
It kind
that.
of sounds like it might be bad business for you.
Yeah.
Because the way you're framing it, that's what she's saying. She's like, I know how toxic it is for men. Well,
because I didn't get what I wanted. Oh my God. I spent all this time with him building his career. Wait a minute. I think you had nothing to do with him being a good record producer, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Probably not, though. Maybe you cooked and cleaned for him. I don't know. You say that, but you also said you put a mattress in the back of a Passat, which is, a dubious claim, to say the least.
Well, like, again, it kind of sounds like it's actually a positive for men, and it's opening their eyes, and that's kind of why she doesn't like it.
Yeah, because you see the reality of things. It's not that women are necessarily bad or evil or toxic, but some are, obviously. But they've been getting a free pass for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until the late 1800s. And now they want this, and now they want that, and blah, 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 blah. But men should stay the same. Excuse me. No. No. This is what we want, and you're not meeting that standard anymore, so no thank you. I can do just fine by myself. I can do my laundry. I can do all that shit. I can cook. I can work. I can make money. I can put money in the bank and all that stuff. Just like you, right? Right.
It's bad business for women, specifically masculine, modern women. So,
I would like to. I wonder if they do a demographic breakdown of, like, what is that? What is the DoorDashes and all those meal prep places, whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about. I wonder what the demographic breakdown is. Is it mostly men? Is it mostly women? Is it half and half? I bet it's mostly women.
This chick here, her TikTok, look at her bio, and on her bio it says, well-behaved women seldom make history.
Oh, God. More feminist bullshit. Right. Got it. Yeah.
So, I mean, doesn't that really already tell you enough about her?
Yep. She's a fembot. Yep.
So she kind of, the way she looks at herself is that she's not a well-behaved woman.
Yeah, I mean, but this is where it got twisted somewhere along the way. Well-behaved, meaning get in your place, you can't go to school and all that. You broke through that. I'm going to be a chemist, or I'm going to be a scientist. I'm going to contribute to the world. Great. But that's not what it means today, does it? A not well-behaved woman is getting on every cock you can get your hands on and shove up in your snatch. That's strong and powerful these days, not curing cancer. It's, oh my God, I had so much dick. How is that
And she's kind of,
it's not a plus, woman.
I guess, interested in herself enough to where, well, she thinks she's going to make history and, whatever.
Yeah, about 99.9999999% of people have never made history on this earth.
But that kind of also tells it's like a boss babe mentality.
It's boss
kind
babe
of
shit,
a, combative mentality. And, when she talks about being a well-behaved woman, seldomly making history, well, in what context is she talking about? It's probably
right. It's I know exactly what you're
probably
talking
going to be
about.
dealing with men. Probably not very well behaved when dealing with men. So,
yeah, that's going to make history. Although she does kind of look like that. You remember the Terminator chick in Terminator 3, Christiana Loken? She kind of looks like her. So she's, she's aight. You know what I'm saying?
So if I had to take a guess, and here's the thing, how many times in this clip did she say fuck? At least 5, right? I wasn't counting, but I heard it
She said fuck quite a bit.
lot.
Yeah.
And then in the beginning, she refers to this guy as dude.
And
then, you've got the neck tattoo. So
I think she's trying to distance herself as if he's not really a human. He's a dude. because now he doesn't want her anymore.
Had to make some assumptions here
because of red pill. Oh, she's got the tattoo that's covered up there. Okay. Oh, God almighty.
Maybe it's true. He started consuming content that kind of preached the values that men should get with feminine women.
Oh my God. Stop it. But you're oppressing women, be expecting them to act a certain way. Yeah, I guess it's oppression then, if you want to believe that. Is it also oppression that you expect men to behave in a certain way? No, not oppression. That's just what men do. Is that right? Is that right? Okay, great.
And to find yourself shacked up with a masculine broad is not really going to be a great existence as a man, and you could be living out a better existence. Because here's the thing, if you're a man and you want to date a woman, why would you not date a feminine woman if you're heterosexual? It doesn't make
I mean, I don't know how guys go out with these boss babes. I just I guess it's the almighty poo.
Makes sense.
Because they easy, I guess.
So it's like the one thing that men should be making sure is present in the woman that they're going to be spending a long time with, or, you know, procreating with, or whatever, getting into a relationship with, whatever. The number one thing has to be femininity. It has to be femininity. And so I listened to this chick speak. Sorry, you know, you're just not that.
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty young too, but I get your point, Ace. Ace Nate. Link in the description. But I wonder if we could, in the chat, how much of the real rest of the story do we not know about this? I bet there's a lot of backstory here that we do not know. You think? Maybe when he started making his millions, I guess he's a millionaire now, living in a penthouse somewhere. Maybe he just said, this bitch is just gold digging. Who knows? We don't know. Maybe she's the nicest woman in the world. We have no idea.
You're just not that. And here's the thing.
But she's from Vancouver, British Columbia. I think that gives you an idea of the milieu she was raised in. Yeah? Fembot? Fembot.
Long distance can, I mean, it will deteriorate a relationship. Very few make it through that phase.
Yeah, and the only reason it was long distance is because he's got the 666s. There's no other fucking reason. She's not going to be long distance with her high school boyfriend. That's ridiculous. It doesn't work that way. It's going to be well, it could have been a high school girl. She was 19, I guess, when they met, but who knows how old he is? Who knows?
And then actually, you know, live together and come together.
Come together.
But very few relationships make it out of that long distance phase. It's very
no. It's stupid. It's her trying to hang on to him, I would guess. I'm sure it works the other way too. But either way, both sides are fucking like crazy when they're not together. It was rare. You know, especially
that alone, like the fact that she's going to point to red pill content instead of the long distance, kind of creating legitimate distance between the two, and then perhaps them beginning to grow apart. People change, people evolve. You at least hope so.
Well, I mean, but look at her age, like 19 to 26. There's a lot of changes that happen to your brain. You get more mature, right? I mean, it's humans, right? You know, no, I'm not necessarily saying she was out on the carousel. I'm just saying that, 19, you're a child. In reality, you're a child. And by the time you're 26, you're kind of more like an adult, sort of. Well, at least more adult than when you're 19.
This guy was on his grind. He's meeting new people, probably meeting new women.
Pusa.
And yeah, maybe he is, consuming more content, kind of like the male perspective, opening up the man's eyes because.
I mean, it could be he was running into these hoochie-coo. I mean, if he's in the music business, apparently he's a record producer or some kind of a producer, some muckety-muck in the music business. And apparently he's done well. He's, according to her, he's a millionaire or whatever. That's good. Good for him. you got to know he's meeting the skanks that you see on Fresh and Fit. You got to know he's running into those type of women. And he's in Las Vegas. I mean, maybe he just had a few too many of those. It's like, what the hell is going on? And he reached out and he got on the internet and he said, hey, what the hell is going on with these women? And he ran across Fresh and Fit or Rollo Tomasi or some of these guys and said, hey, gee, I never knew that. That's interesting. Yeah.
A lot of this content is very much needed for modern men because they have been kind of the messaging they've received.
We've been lied to is the bottom line, Ace. Men have been lied to about the nature of women since we came out of our mother's womb. It's the bottom line. And when you take that mask off, you can't. Once the genie's out of the bottle, you can't get it back in. That's a fact.
For so long, has not been about like their best interest. It's really been about everybody's interest above their own.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they have to have their their eyes opened to the fact that yes,
Mm-hmm.
you can prioritize your interests as well.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to date a super masculine woman if you don't want to. You don't have to be, this soy eating, vegetarian, castrated male. You don't have to be that. You can actually be strong.
God, I run into so many of those guys. Oh, I mean, okay, sure. Who says vegan? Oh, hell no. She probably kept harping on your eating. Oh, yeah. Godfather Ramadi is here. Good morning. Think maybe she's a little salty because he made it probably and didn't share it. Maybe. Or maybe he became a millionaire after, Maybe he just got tired. Maybe he wanted to go out and do all these bimbos. Remember, it's good when women want to find themselves, but it's really bad if men want to do the same. You get it? Oh, it's a double standard. You got to love it. Arkabi 2 is here. Hello. Yes, Zealot Master. She mad because he found the playbook. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yep.
And you can, go out there and self-improve, and you can meet a good woman, a feminine woman. You don't have to legitimately settle for, a masculine woman. You don't have.
I mean, walking around the streets of Vegas, I imagine you're going to run into a lot of hotties. I would get, they might be, for the screech, but I mean, she's okay. She put a little makeup on. Yeah, okay, I could see it. But maybe that just wasn't good enough because he's a record producer.
Have to do that. If you feel like there's better out there, you too can exercise that option.
Yeah.
So sometimes guys just need to be reminded, oh yeah, I don't have to shack up with this chick who says fuck every other word and calls me dude and bro and basically lacks femininity completely. I don't have to date this chick. Oh, as a matter of fact, I shouldn't. So, a lot of guys just don't even understand that they are in the situation they're in until they're reminded and then kind of given this alternate option, which is a better existence.
Yeah. I mean, it's very simple. And again, it's the genie in the bottle effect. Once it's out, you can't get it back in. That's it. You see it and it's like, oh my God, you can't unsee it, right? We say that all the time. Once you see it, it's like, oh my God, really? Really? Oh my God, these women. Oh, they're all crazy. Oh man. Again, we don't know. Maybe this one's all right. It's hard. I don't want to rip on her too much because maybe he really did break her heart. It's
a better
25% of the story is not being told.
Existence
I think that's fair.
With a better woman, a more feminine woman. Perhaps this chick has a crazy past we don't know about. I doubt it though, because they were together since 19 to 26.
But that's the story we get from her though. Maybe together from 19 to 26 was a open relationship. You never know, right?
So, her body count is probably low.
Or maybe she thought they were together and he didn't think so. You just don't know,
maybe
man.
A virgin, doubt it.
No.
So it's probably not that. She probably doesn't have a crazy past. But Like if I had to just take a guess after listening to her speak for a total of 2 minutes and 14 seconds, read her bio on TikTok, well, that's pretty much all I need. And I could come to the conclusion she's kind of like this feminist, boss babe, masculine woman.
Seems fair, yeah. That seems very fair. All right, let's see what Far From Eden has to say about the same thing here. Let's see if we can
You give that to them,
get to the right
and
point
there's
here.
no expectation.
9 o'clock.
Snap your W-2 and file your taxes 100% free. Plus, get your biggest refund. File free.
In the morning in the
I mean, I love these tax ads. You know, you're going to get your biggest refund. Why would it matter which company I go to if I want to get my taxes done? Why am I going to get a bigger refund from H&R Block or whoever? You're going to get the same refund if the taxes are filled out right, aren't they? Yeah. I know. 3 sides to every story. Yes, there actually are 3 sides of the coin. You know that, who? That's one of the things they teach us in probability. It's like, you know, if you flip a fair coin, you flip it. How many times is it going to be heads or tails? Okay. Eventually it'll turn into 50%, but there is another possibility. It could land on the edge, right? What are the what are the odds of that happening? Pretty slim. Okay. Let's go see what Far From Eden has to say. All right, go ahead.
scorching Vegas heat.
I don't know. She's gonna carry a mattress up 3 flights of stairs by herself.
No. Nope. But better yet, how do you get in the back of the car? That's
Let's continue before I get on a rant.
Oh my God. She's
And
gonna
put
rant.
it in the back of my Passat, okay? And then proceeded to carry that mattress up 3 flights of stairs at like 9 o'clock in the morning in the scorching Vegas heat.
Yeah, I just don't believe it.
I don't know. She's gonna carry a mattress up 3 flights of stairs by herself.
Well, I mean, she's a strong, powerful Yugo girl woman. Hell yeah, she could do it. Why would you think she couldn't? Why are you such a misogynist woman hater? Eden. East of Eden or far from Eden? Far From Eden. East of Eden. That's the book by, who is that? Is it, what's his face?
I need video confirmation
Hemingway. Yes, East of Eden. Good book.
of that.
Walk in there, I'm like panting, sweating, dying because that's what you do when you love somebody.
Uh-huh. Right.
Yeah, that's what you do when you love somebody, is you do this.
To love somebody.
If you ever loved him, you would not do this.
Really? Tell us more.
You would not make a TikTok and talk about him like this. If you ever loved him.
Well, she don't love him anymore, though, Aaron. She doesn't love him anymore.
Because love doesn't change. It really doesn't. You don't fall out of love. That's not a thing.
I'm all out of love.
Not. You can fall out of feelings. Love's not a feeling. Okay. I'm getting wrapped up now.
See, now we're getting the girl perspective here. Females always look at things a little differently. Not that it's wrong. It's just different. Men and women are different. We look at things differently. Who 346? Maybe it was a blow-up mattress or camping. Well, that's what she was trying to replace. You didn't hear the earlier part of the story. Is that this dude, happy as a clam, man. He had the blow-up mattress on the floor. He probably had his music equipment there. He had a video game. He had a fridge. He had food and beer. That's all you need. Had a roof over his head. Fuck, that's it. I'm just going to sleep on the floor. Who gives a shit? But that wasn't good enough for the little girl here because maybe she was thinking about the umpa. You know, yeah, you never know.
That's the kind of person that I am in a relationship. I will give.
I'm not going to hump on that mattress. Oh my God.
100% of myself. And the last bit.
I'm just stunned at what a perfect angel she is. She's just the best girlfriend, the best. Oh my gosh, doesn't everybody want her as their wife? Because
no, it's not true, Aaron, because if she were really in love with the guy, she would have brought sheets and brand new pillows for this mattress, but she didn't. Damn it.
Look at her. She's so good. Because people who are like that go around telling people that.
So she's got a bare mattress on the floor instead of a blow-up mattress on the floor. Okay, yeah, that's different.
Energy that I have because I love you. That is what a
Jesus,
woman does. Yeah. Because
I mean, the woman, she's got a wedding ring on, so I don't know what the dealio with the what does her husband think about this?
Talk about how I cooked and cleaned for him and helped him with his business and helped him become a fucking millionaire. And now
I'm sure you did.
he lives in a nice penthouse.
You could have paid somebody to do that, honey. You're not special. And it looks like you resent it.
Damn! She comes out with all the barrels blazing. She can pay for that. You're nothing special. Ooh, see? Women can get away with that.
Because if you resent it now, you probably resented it then. Because you thought you were doing it and you were going to get something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's a music producer. He's got a big contract with Universal Music. He's going to be a zillionaire someday, and I'm going to get some of that cake. You know what I mean?
And what was he telling you, little girl? Was he telling you that this is what he wanted? Or were you trying to force some kind of relationship on him?
I'm just kind of wondering if it wasn't just an on-off, hey, fuck buddy type deal. And he wasn't really interested in anything long-term. We don't know.
We don't know.
No,
She's not said anything of the sort.
Mm.
Just like, I showed up at his place. Well, were you expected? Is this too much? We don't know.
No, that's a good point. Yeah. You can get female stalkers, you just don't know, right? Maybe it was some kind of understanding where they were fuck buddies once in a while, but the rest of the time,
we don't have this side of the story.
Go out and get some STDs and shit.
Fucking apartment in Vancouver. I don't need to talk about that because I know what kind of woman I am when I show up in a relationship. You want to know what ruined that relationship? We were long distance for a period of time.
And we've heard all this, so we'll hear from Aaron for a little bit more.
During the pandemic, and I was staying with him in Vancouver, and something changed. And you want to know what changed? He started watching podcasts like Fresh and Fit. He started listening to content about MGTOW, and that man changed. And I would sit across from him and not understand the person that I was seeing. I felt like I was waking up to somebody that I did not know.
He was waking up. Is what was happening.
I am qualified to talk about this shit. I am qualified to understand the repercussions that red pill content have on men.
You're qualified, but you're not listening to what it's really about.
Because the
sharp knives out, boys. Sharp knives.
The person that I wanted to spend my life with, the person I was in love with, the person I wanted to fucking marry changed.
Again, like I said, I wanted. What about him? I guess he didn't.
Overnight. Because of the content.
So the way she speaks about red pill content for
I mean, we've heard this before. Let's see if we can find more of what the woman says here. Blah 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 blah. Talk.
It wakes men up to their self-worth. That you can have standards. It wakes them up.
You.
Right. Because it wakes them up to their self-worth. And it wakes them up, the men. It wakes men up to their self-worth. That you can have standards. It wakes them up to red flags.
Yep.
That they probably overlooked because, society says if you have a problem with like a neck tattoo or a body count or whatever, then you need to get over it.
Apparently she's got a tattoo, and I don't know if she's intentionally blocking it out, or maybe it's a really nasty kind of tattoo. We don't know. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. Yeah, Air Supply. Yeah. Oh, Air Supply was good. It was they put out a lot of panty dropping music. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. Australia 03. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. You finally made it, sir. Glad we could accommodate your time zone.
And red pill content says, no, you don't. No, you really don't. You can have those standards.
Yep.
And women hate that.
Oh, yes, because it's oppression.
They hate it.
Why should I have to do that for you? Because, you're an icky man.
And so they turn it around on you.
Because the way...
And again, remember, it's been 5 or 6 decades, over half a century, since this sexual revolution shit happened back in the 60s. And it was happening way before that, but mostly it took over with the hippies and the free love generation and all that other garbage. Oh, yes, Woodstock was the best. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was.
Modern women. So this
right. Yeah. Because everybody was getting
I've
fucked.
seen that, I think, probably since Facebook started.
Facebook.
Well-behaved women rarely make history.
Yeah, that's one of the fembots. One of the foremothers of the fembots said that, I believe. Probably Simone de Beauvoir, who was a insane, crazy person. You can read her book. What is it? The Second Sex, I believe. It's free and available on the internet if you want to torture yourself with that.
And it's just about rebellion.
Yes, rebellion with no consequences required.
Can we just, again, mention the name?
It's rebellion in only one sense: fucking. There's no other rebellion. There's no curing cancer.
This channel, Far From
It's the rebellion. Fucking. That's all it is.
Eden.
Maybe it didn't start out that way, but it certainly got that way.
Eve, her pride led her to rebel. And you see this over and over and over again throughout history, and we're witnessing it en masse right now.
But in only one way. There's only one rebellion. That is the sex. That's it. That's it. Oh, I can have a job now. That's great. I can go to college. Good. Good for you. I can be a doctor. Great. So where's the rebellion? Where's the rebellion in a woman going to college? Well, there isn't any, is there? No. Since 1979, women have outnumbered men in college, and the current ratio is about 60-40. It'll be 70-30 by about 2030. Have we seen any problems yet? No? Nothing about that? Okay, I see. Because it's only not parity if women are outnumbered by men. It's perfectly acceptable if men outnumber women. Or women outnumber men, sorry. It's fine.
Right in front of our faces, right here.
And it's only about the shagging. So let's just thank you, Far From Eden. Links below. James is here. Long after tried to give her a year to get shit together. She didn't change it. Yeah. She's hitting the wall. He got his lost 6 income and is hoping to, yeah, probably so. Yeah. It's really hard to say because, the story is not fully explained. It never is. Women never go and tell you the entire story because a lot of times the entire story would make them look not as good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did. I cooked and I slaved for him. I even remember my mother. She was sort of a moderate fembot, I suppose. Oh, I had to scrub the floors with my hands and knees. Well, how else would you do it? Is there any other way to do it? Mother? Oh, but I'm so oppressed by the evil man. Well, he worked. You didn't. You stayed home. I'm sorry. Well, what are you going to do?
So, I mean, that's kind of in herself, being a well-contexted.
It means, this is what it means. I can tell you.
Okay.
Let me translate the womanese for you there.
Thank you.
It means she's going to stand up to men.
Oh.
Because when they say well-behaved, they are talking about behaving what? The rules of patriarchy. So she's going to stand up to that. She's going to stand up to men. It means she's argumentative and disagreeable. And not only that, not only is she those things, she takes pride in being those things. She thinks those things make her strong.
Strong. It's powerful for you to act like the worst possible scumbag men. That's what makes you strong.
That's what makes her strong and independent.
Oh, yeah.
Being disagreeable and argumentative, and as he said, combative, means you're strong and independent. I know a lot of you guys are like, why do they say strong and independent? Where does that come from? What does that mean?
What does it mean, Aaron?
This is what it means. It
Tell
means
me.
I'm going to misbehave.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow your rules.
I like that, the disbehave. That's she coined a new term.
I'm going to do something different. It's very suffragette, you know.
But I mean, the different is always about sex. It's always about that. There's nothing else. Remember the suffragettes or the freedom torches in the 20s? I'm sure you heard that story. Edward Bernays. It's a great story. I'll give it to you briefly in case you don't know, but I think a lot of you guys do, right? The cigarette companies were trying to find a way to get more women to smoke cigarettes because, hell, they could double their market, right, if they get more women hooked on the ciggies. And so it was, I don't know which cigarette company it was, Lucky Strikes or somebody. They called cigarettes torches of freedom. And so women, of course, at the time, it was uncouth. It was low class for them to smoke, apparently, back in the teens and 20s. And so he put this ad campaign together and his team and said, it's empowering for you women to smoke cigarettes. They're torches of freedom. And guess what, boys? It worked. Torches of freedom. Think about that. Yeah, lung cancer in a cigarette. There you go. Torches of freedom.
We can do it.
God.
Routine.
We can do it.
And
Yeah.
it really just means.
That was Edward Bernays, the architect of modern propaganda, whom I believe the mustache man in Europe in the 1920s and 30s, and his buddy, the other guy, the short guy, the gimp, who followed word by word, letter by letter, to propagandize the German people using Bernays's work. No kidding. It's history.
Being rude. It's just being rude and celebrating it.
And Bernays was the nephew of Sigmund Freud. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Might as well just, instead of well-behaved women,
And nobody say anything else in the chat. I know where you're going.
really make history.
I'm not going there.
I'm rude and I'm proud of it.
Probably going to be dealing with men.
But it is interesting that Mustache Man followed the teachings of, well, it is not freedom fries, Ramadi. No. It's torches of freedom for them women. And so you had all these women in their flapper outfits in the 20s. They're rebelling. Look at them smoke in public. Oh, my God. And look where we are 100 years later. They're doing a little more than smoking cigarettes, aren't
Probably not very well behaved when deep clip. And then
Okay. I know I keep interrupting, but I have a lot to say to
Yeah,
react.
we're
to
listening.
Him, not react,
Yeah,
but respond to him.
Mhm.
And I would say, I'm saying walk away, don't date, don't marry, because they're not safe. But those of you who are like, no, I'm going to try. I'm going to find a good one.
All right. Yeah.
If she cusses when you first talk to her, like, because I think you should talk to her before you go on a date. If she cusses, right, and it's more than like a damn or something, just a little bit.
Yeah, like that dinner was damn good, or oh man, that beer is good and damn cold, or whatever. Sure. Because I remember when I went out with Lori, that was, oh God, 30 years ago. Oh, it's a long time. She never swore, never, not even a hell or a damn. She was a darn and heck, right? And you know, once in a while, when she got pissed, she'd come up with "oh fuck," and I'm like, "Oh my God, what?" It wasn't like I was pissed or anything. It was just so unusual. You know, it's like, wow, Jesus, she must be really pissed.
Veto.
It was almost endearing, actually. It was kind of cute.
Done. That's all. That is rude. That's bad manners.
It
It's
is.
bad manners.
It
to
is.
just cuss like that, especially with someone that you've just met and you're getting to know.
And bad manners for men too. It's just, you know, we used to have civilized behavior. Where has it gone, right?
It is extremely unladylike. It is.
And just not very pleasant. It's rude for both men and women.
Is rude.
Mm-hmm.
It is low class.
Mm-hmm.
Just veto. And if you cuss, that's fine.
I mean, I could also add into the whole black scent thing. I know this is completely different video. But these white girls that come up with the black scent, I'm sorry, I could not even deal. It's like, yeah, blah, 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 whatever they say. I'm like, no.
It's
Of course, she wouldn't be going out with, a white hamster. If she's got the black scent, she's looking for a ball player, understandably.
I would imagine you're not doing it a bunch when you first meet somebody, right?
Yeah, maybe. You never know, right? You never know.
Just in normal conversation. If she does, that's a veto. Any kind of talk like that, any kind of combative, sort of masculine way of speech, it tells you how they think. How you speak reflects how you think.
And I mean, she's right, is that it's low class, it's just low class for men or women. It's just, come on now. Yeah, we get on YouTube and we swear and shit because it's kind of part of the fun. But I mean, in normal conversation, you're at work or talking to somebody at the grocery store, he's like, hey, fucking A. Yeah, that's not what you do. Just not what you do.
And therefore it's an insight into their whole worldview.
Can you imagine going to the Schnucks and go up to the grocery lady there, you're checking out, yo, bitch, what's happening? You got a fat ass. I mean, can you even imagine? It's God almighty. I'm sure some men do, maybe some women like it. I don't know.
So they can say, oh,
I'm pretty sure the grandmas down there at the Schnucks working the checkout line are probably not going to respond well to being called a biatch. Just saying.
traditional, la 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 la.
Just
but if they're F that or even one F-bomb, no. Don't listen to exactly what they say. Listen to how they say it and what they do. Because she's over here, I got him a mattress, I cooked and cleaned, la la la, right? Don't mistake that for, oh, she's feminine, she wants to be a wife, she wants to serve her man.
Well, I mean, she already said she really wanted to be with this guy, and he said no. Because of the red pill, right?
No.
Fresh and fit. They're evil.
This is a
Nazis
great example of, no, that's not it. These are transactional. She resents it. She's doing it to get something. Do you think that if that guy actually married her, she's going to continue to do anything like that?
No idea. I mean, if the guy's a millionaire, like she says, they don't have to do any of that. They just hire some people, give somebody a job, right, to come in and do whatever, right? I mean, that's, if I were a millionaire, I mean, and my wife didn't want to do that shit, okay, we'll just get somebody in. And of course, the next thing would be, wow, but she better not be cute. Oh my God.
I'd be shocked.
I heard of Arnold Schwarzenegger, something like that.
Really be shocked. And do you want that as the mother of your children? Well-behaved women rarely make history. You want to behave. I'm not saying follow government for everything, but behave yourself in being good. Be as good as you can. Rojas is going to be like, there are no one of us is good. That's true. But you know what I mean? You don't go around just being nasty and rude and celebrating it. I just can't get over it that they're like this.
I mean, she's not even that bad. This woman here with the TikTok. You've seen some of these other videos we put up, and it's like, God almighty, where did these people come from? The black scent and all that other horse shit is like, oh my God, crazy. Brandon says she didn't coin the term disbehave. It's a real. Is it really? I didn't know that. It's not. It's a word. 1900 English and American dialect. Oh, disbehave. Oh, okay, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. James says it's exceedingly rare to hear either of my parents say shit or damn even. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, your parents probably a different generation. I mean, it's just people were polite, polite society. Remember, blah, 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 blah. And, the young people have always been rebellious, all that. But I should talk, right? Here he is saying, damn and shit. I know. It's mainly for effect. In real life, like if I sit down with Brandon and he buys me dinner, which might be, or breakfast would be better tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, we'll talk shit. I mean, when we get together at the MGTOW house, in April, it's going to be all shit, damn, fuck. It's men just, being loose. We don't have to be polite around each other, but if we go out to the grocery store, we're certainly not going to use that kind of language in front of people. It's just simple. And maybe she doesn't. We don't know.
That's why I'm like, most of them, all of them are vetoes.
And then, you've got the necktie. It's true. He started consuming that to find distance because here's the thing, not and the woman that creating has to be. It's
not the way you dress, although that can be a reflection of it. It's not the way you do your hair, although that's definitely a reflection of it. It's in the way you are. Are you gentle? Are you soft-spoken? Do you listen? Are you patient?
Probably not. She's probably all jumpy and shit. Had too much caffeine. Blame everything except you. Okay.
Are you generally kind? Do you like children and things like that? Are you prideful? I mean, that's what you want to look at. Don't look at the caricature of femininity in this day and age. There are a lot of trad wife people, trad cons, putting on the outfit, putting on the costume of femininity.
Right.
But at the heart of it, they're not. Like this SD girl, that blonde Marilyn.
Is that the bake the cake woman with the big hooters? Oh my God.
Trad wife.
Look at them fun bags over there.
Content creator.
Oh.
Okay, so you look kind of feminine, although your hair is short. Like I said, don't go on hair, but it's also, if you're trying to get the caricature, you don't even have that. I'm like, something's wrong.
I mean, there's some women that could pull off the short-haired look. Like Katharine Hepburn. Was it Katharine or Katharine Hepburn? Who was the little pixie, the girl that survived the Nazis? Audrey Hepburn. Sorry, Audrey. She could pull off the pixie look. She looked good.
But the fact that she's on social media and her chest is right there.
You guys know that? Audrey Hepburn survived the Nazis in Amsterdam. And the reason that she was so petite is because she was basically starving to death when the Nazis were in over in Amsterdam. Yeah, true story.
Your face with tight clothes, and she's married. That's not feminine to do that. To put yourself out there like that for other men to ogle at you. She knows that's what's happening. She knows that's really what her content is. That's not feminine. That's a veto.
She's brutal. Aaron is brutal. James says she had a very pretty face. Yeah, Audrey Hepburn. Yeah. She could pull off the pixie look, and I mean, some women can. The short hair. I like the bob style, like that kind of hairstyle. Long hair's fine too. Short hair, that's okay. It's really, it seems the short hair kind of look has all kinds of feminist crap attached to it these days anyway. I mean, even some of the pink hair and the blue hair, they look cute, right? Okay, I get it. But it's usually the baggage, that big knapsack of bullshit that they carry around with them about evil men and women. Who 346 says loved her hair. Yeah, she was the breakfast at Tiffany's lady. Just the big sunglasses. Yeah, she was. She was. Yep.
YouTube Premium.
I could make room for her.
YouTube. And
great.
YouTube Music Premium. A whole app.
Far from Eden's getting ads. Good for her.
Sorry.
Yeah.
To get chips and make point to red kind of.
They always, nothing so far.
Distance between the two.
They always have their reasons and excuses for everything. Nothing's her fault. Nothing's.
Never is.
So far.
And like I said, this is really, in my mind, this is turning out to be, she thought there was a relationship and he didn't. That's kind of my take on it. She thought there was going to be something more and he was like, nah, she's a fuck buddy. That's kind of what I'm thinking is what's going on here. But maybe I'm wrong. We don't know the story.
And then perhaps them beginning to grow apart. People change, people evolve. You at least hope so. This guy was on his grind. He's meeting new people. probably meeting new
chicks.
a lot of been kind of has not been above to the you know, like you don't have to be that. You can actually be a good set. You can actually remind it like every other word. Lack. Oh, a lot of guys just minded feminine woman because
Neck tattoo. I just don't know how you get there. Sorry. Still neck tattoo. I just don't know how you get there.
Gil, that's probably not. That's an indication of some kind of rebellion. Maybe not the rebellion that you think it was. 0% of single traditional wife lecturing on traditional women's chameleon. Remember, Aaron, woman making men's content. Okay, wait. We are listening to 0% accountability for being a single traditional wife while lecturing on traditional women's values. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you might be right. But I mean, even if all that is true, it's very rare these days to hear someone speaking common sense. You know, whatever the past might have been, I don't know. I haven't followed her, I guess, that close.
Sorry, I am, clutching my pearls, and I don't mind. I permanently clutch my pearls. If you have a neck tattoo, that's just a different, it's a different point of view. Put it that.
It's definitely rebellious.
That way.
Maybe, yeah.
And I'll also say about the masculine thing is that if women, they have those masculine tendencies, they will tend to become more and more and more masculine. And I would guess, this is a total guess, that as she was not getting what she wanted fast enough, she probably got more and more combative. And is it just me? You guys let me know in the comments, okay? But is it just me, or does this reek of situationship?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Aaron. Yep. That's my conclusion as well. Is that she thought there was something there that actually wasn't. She was hoping for more and it didn't happen. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Just because she says she's with him, with her best friend, whatever, it doesn't mean consistently. And it doesn't mean, exclusively. It doesn't mean exclusively. And it doesn't mean consistently. So,
no, there might not have been reciprocation. Perhaps, right? She thought one way, he thought the other. And she was just one of many. That's kind of what it sounded like.
They could have gotten together, broken up, but she's not going to say that here because that doesn't make her case. She's making a case. She's like a lawyer giving an opening and closing argument so that you take her side.
Of course, yeah. Again, there's a lot of story that's not been mentioned.
She's clearly the innocent victim here. She's clearly been the perfect partner.
I did all of these things for him, and oh my God, he just dumped me like a used tampon. It was just terrible.
He's clearly taken advantage of all her kindness and all the things she did for him. She's insinuating that he wouldn't be as successful as he is without her. She's insinuating that she's been this loyal, faithful woman all these years and waited for him. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I'm giving her the stink eye myself. It's like, not sure I believe that.
I would need to see some proof on that because
need receipts.
All the other signs point to that's not true.
She was a fuck buddy. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's see if Nate gets
so
there.
Her body count is probably low, maybe a virgin. If I had to just take a total of 2 minutes and 14 seconds, come to the conclusion.
If she was so pure and innocent and virgin, whatever, she's
not claiming that though. She isn't claiming that. So let's be fair.
Woman.
If she was so pure and innocent and virgin, whatever, she'd be saying, I saved myself for him and he's the only one I've ever been with, etc. I have a feeling she'd be saying that if that were part of it.
Well, but modern women today don't value that. So it doesn't even occur to them. A lot of them, they don't care. They just don't care about that. Oh, I just had to find myself. They don't care. Brent Van Bramer Hello. Tatted up circus attraction. Yeah, I guess. You can clearly see on her TikTok she's covering that up. So apparently she's got a tattoo there. I don't know. Which of course was her own choice to do. But
Who really, if a man's eyes are open, he's going to quickly realize, no. They're actually, I'm a heterosexual male. And so I'm going to date women. And, it seems like this isn't really what I'm looking for. And maybe it was fine then, but now my eyes are open.
I mean, it could be there's, again, a lot of backstory, right? As Aaron said, they may have broken up repeatedly over the 6 years or whatever. Oh, no, this isn't working. Oh, I got to find myself. And who knows? We don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't actually have to tolerate this. And of course, she's not going to talk about all the wrong things, she did in the relationship to make him second guess this. By the way, has there ever been a relationship to end that isn't the man's fault in the eyes of a woman? Because
it's always a man's fault. Come on. Come on, Ace.
If a woman, leaves a man or divorces him.
All right. I'll answer that.
Okay.
No, it's always your fault. And there will be a myriad of reasons why.
Yep.
She was always so wonderful and good and giving and made all these sacrifices. You never appreciated her. You're probably abusive in some way, emotionally, mentally, la la la. Oh, that's right. You're a narcissistic abuser because that's a good thing to say. I don't know how all of you can be. Weird.
Yeah, every woman in the world has been abused by their ex-boyfriend because it's always that way, isn't it? It's always that. Yeah, I know. It's insane. So it certainly could be that these two met in high school in Vancouver, and he got lucky. He's a talented guy. He found a way to get a record deal somewhere and eventually made a lot of money. Well, when his bank grew, his options probably grew as well for women, right? And maybe he had a few experiences with some scumbags and turned to Fresh and Fit. It's like, hey, these are the type of women I see all the time. I better avoid those type of women. God only knows. God only knows. James says, I called my sister out harshly and she un-effed her shit. Well, good. Good. I'm glad they can still learn, at least some of them. But as I've said, half a dozen times over the last couple of weeks, it's all about their choice. They're making choices, and they don't want to be responsible for making really stupid ones. And that's got to stop, man. They have to be held accountable for their dumb decisions in life. Every lesson that's ever been learned is on the internet somewhere. Women can look it up. Men can look it up. There it is. Don't do this if you don't want that. It's very straightforward. It's a Google search away. And you can read Reddit. You can go to all these places where, hey, I hooked up with this carny and he broke my heart because he left town. And man, there's an idea. Don't hook up with the carny. Yeah, that'd be the simplest way to avoid the problem, wouldn't it? Yep. It certainly would. I'm abusive. Ask Hamster. Just being near me is torture. Boy, that's absolutely true. Anyway, the links are in the description. You got to watch the whole video if you want to, but I think we kind of nailed the situation here. It wasn't really a relationship, was it? No. It was a situationship, a fuck buddy deal. And when he started making some money, he said, nah. And it broke her little heart because I wanted that and it didn't happen. Okay. He certainly wasn't an average Joe now, was he? No, he was a Chad. We all know it. We all know it. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. Probably talk to you later. Actually, there's a video I was thinking about doing. This Sam Cedar, are you familiar with this guy? The Minority Report guy. Apparently he was put in one of those 30 conservatives ask him questions or something. And of course, he fell apart because the left wing is they're just nuts. there's no redemption there. They need some Jesus to get in their lives and try to learn how things are really happening. But I don't think they're going to do it. Streaming on Rumble due to YouTube. You got a strike, Brandon? Oh my God. Well, we might join you over on Rumble. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. If you want to subscribe, like, all that stuff, leave a comment. That'd be cool. All right. See you later.